As the burning holes through me, I'm gasoline, I'm burning clean.
There is something to having a near-death experience that I think, or watching a dear friend go through a near-death experience and being concerned whether or not they're going to make it, that does make you reevaluate on some level, you know, what you're doing and how worthwhile it is. Mike and mine was just, they were funny. By the time he and I went in the hospital, it was a joke. Bill's was dead serious, and he came out of it, and he's fine, and, you know, we were very lucky.
Walking off the stage after the first show, after my surgery, that was a really nice hurdle to have cleared. I felt, I was really, really happy and emotional, and that was my tour highlight. And then I went to the hotel and went to sleep.
I think compared to how anybody normally records, this was a change.
By 1996 standards, it's probably a pretty primitive recording.
I love it. I love this record. You know, we've never been able to make a record and tour at the same exact time, which was kind of exciting. And there are definitely live elements on this record that you don't hear on any of our other efforts. I'm excited about it.
I mean, this is really just, this record should sort of epitomize what it is to be in a band, you know? You tour and you write songs and you play songs and you put out a record, and it's like, it's just sort of simple and straightforward in that way to me. And it really sort of defines the best things about being in a band.
My idea of the record is that we're somehow grafting together live, stuff that's recorded live with stuff that's recorded in the studio, and you can't really tell what's what. It's like a new, you know, it's kind of like a new sound a little bit. Although I think it kind of sounds like early Mott the Hoople a little bit.
Michael and I talked a little bit about trying to capture the kind of whirling, chaotic aspect of touring without actually writing songs about being on the road. Mitch Easterrose used to say that if you wrote songs with "on the road" in the title or in the lyrics, that you shouldn't be a musician anymore.
You're out of sight.
For us, going to sound check used to mean just, well, let's get this over with and then go have dinner. This was actually a time where we could do something, we could be creative, and it really broke up the monotony of touring, which gets pretty mind-boggling after a while.
Themes to the record: despair, hopelessness, death, all the usual jolly, you know, topics. It does kind of seem like there's some fear and some despair and some death, and there's some religious imagery that's going to be probably a lot more made of it than should be.